She was sent as a bride to a man she had never met, to a ranch buried in snow and silence. Everyone said this place would break her, but no one knew. A little girl was waiting, and one whisper would turn destiny upside down. The bride stepped off the wagon with trembling hands, the cold biting through her thin blue dress. Snow covered the land like a warning, and the old leather suitcase at her feet carried everything she owned and everything she feared. She had been promised a husband, a future, a name. But as she looked at the lonely ranch ahead, she wondered if fate had made a cruel mistake. Kneeling in the snow to steady herself, she felt a small hand tug at her sleeve. A little girl stood there, cheeks red from the cold, eyes bright with curiosity. Without saying a word, the child held out a tiny red flower she had somehow protected from the snow. The bride smiled for the first time that day, accepting it like a gift from heaven. Behind them, a man watched quietly. Tall, rugged, carrying the weight of years of loss in his eyes. He had never expected a bride to arrive at his ranch, especially not her. The message had been unclear, the arrangements rushed, but something told him this moment was not an accident. The little girl leaned close to the bride and whispered, "God finally sent you to us." Those words struck deeper than the cold ever could. The bride's eyes filled with tears. She had been sent here believing she was unwanted, mistaken, misplaced. But this child spoke as if she had been prayed for. Inside the cabin, firelight flickered against wooden walls scarred by time and sorrow. The rancher's life had been ruled by silence since his wife died years ago, leaving him alone to raise his niece. Love had become a distant memory, something too painful to touch. Yet that night, as the bride sat by the fire listening to the little girl laugh, something warm returned to the room. Days passed. The bride learned the rhythm of the ranch, the sound of the wind through the trees, the strength hidden beneath the rancher's quiet nature. She wasn't the bride he expected, and he wasn't the man she imagined. But slowly, they healed each other without trying. One evening, the little girl placed the red flower, now dried but cherished, between them on the table. "Families don't always come the right way," she said softly, "but they come the way they're meant to." The bride realized then that she hadn't been sent to the wrong ranch. She had been sent to the right family, not by chance, not by mistake, but by a destiny written in whispers, snow, and a child's faith. And in that frozen land, three broken hearts finally found warmth together.